Peace, peace. Hey, y'all. Hey, Mike Kiana here. We are back with another stream. I know I said I was going to be back yesterday, but it was a family day, so I'm sorry I lied. But I'm back today. I made sure I dedicated some time today to be on here. We about to react to the Queen Poe video on the summer solstice. Now, the summer solstice was the 21st, and I was going to say better late than never, but there's no such thing as late because everything happens in the divine time. And yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. So that's what we about to get into. And yeah, now I'm here for a good time, not a long time today. I might be back on after this, but that's a might. So that means we gotta enjoy this time together while we got it. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into it, about the Queen Poe, I discovered the Queen Poe, I believe, on Instagram or either YouTube in probably like 5 years ago at this point. And I really love her wisdom, the way she communicates different information about spirituality, about astrology and astronomy. I love her sense of humor. Like, I like how she communicates this information and she makes it entertaining, she makes it engaging, she makes you laugh. And the wisdom is very relatable, very digestible. So that's why I am sharing this resource with y'all. So let's get into it. Now we're gonna go here. Looks like I said I'm here for a good time and a long time.
Summer solstice.
Yes. Get your bricks out. So let me get my journal because I gotta take my notes. If you didn't, damn, I'm gonna drop my pen. Okay. If you didn't get your live and love journal, your journey journal, you can do so at the Lulu bookstore. Go to lulu.com, go to their bookstore and search up Journal Your Journey or search up Maya Kiana, and all of the journals by me will pop up and get you one. Because you're gonna need it once you come into the Patreon as well. It's so much, is heavily what they used to call it in school, writing intensive, very writing intensive. So go and get you one now so you're already prepared. And after you do that, click that Patreon link and join me at the Love Circle. All right.
Is the day when the earth is tilted at its furthest point toward the sun. Huh? There we go. So summer solstice day is our longest day of the summer, or our longest day of the year, and it is our shortest night. It elevates our connection with the sun. And for those of you who don't know, the sun represents our connection to the highest divine source. It is a divine source. It represents our connection between our highest divine self and highest divine source. It represents sacred masculine energy, divine logic, right? Being balanced in your logic, being balanced in your divine feminine and sacred masculine energy, right? Y'all see, you see me? Huh? I'm pushing through. Let me be serious, because y'all know I get silly when I'm sleepy. Let me be serious, okay?
And my girl's in Aquarius. Shout out to the Aquarius. That's why we vibe like that. That's why she's so lit, because the Aquarius in her chart, amongst other things, but big aqua.
So that is what the sun represents for us from a spiritual perspective, okay? It represents that balance between the sacred feminine and divine masculine. As we know, our moon energy is our divine feminine energy, and our sacred masculine energy is that sun energy. The interesting thing about the sun, the peak of summer solstice, which will be tomorrow, June 21st at 4:24 a.m. Eastern time, but all day is summer solstice day, of course. The interesting thing about the sun is that it is in the sign of Cancer, okay? And Cancer is our cardinal water sign that is ruled by the moon. It's ruled by that divine feminine energy. So that is why it is the balance between the sacred masculine and the divine feminine, because the earth energy, which represents balance, represents grounding, is tilted at its furthest point toward the sun, toward that sacred masculine, while it's resting in the sign of Cancer, which represents that divine feminine. Now, when the sun energy is in Cancer, it is much easier for us to build
I'm confused.
a connection.
I said pause. Okay. So I'm glad that she said it because it makes more sense of what I was saying on my post that I posted on Instagram, which also posted on Facebook. And it was like everything this year has been adding up so symmetrically from the month of February and March, how the day, like especially February, where February 1st was on a Sunday and then the 7th, like the weeks were so symmetrical. The weeks are always 7 days, but the way it lined up on the calendar was just like the 1st to the 7th, the 14th to the 28th, and so on and so forth. My math, not math, but y'all get what I'm saying. And then March started out the same way, where everything was just so symmetrical. And then we got a full moon on the first of what was that? When we had the two full moons, the blue moon, May. We had the full moon on the first, and then also another full moon on the 31st, right? Yes. And I'm like, everything is just so balanced this year. Like it feels so balanced beautifully. And then she just highlighted another aspect of that where the summer solstice happens when the sun is in the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. Like it's just more balance. So if anything, this year is definitely giving balance.
Between our highest divine self and the highest divine source, it's much easier for us to really build our connection with our divine feminine energy and our authentic self to show up as our authentic self. We are more intuitive when the sun is in Cancer. We are more connected to our higher selves when the sun is in Cancer. We have more intense dreams when the sun is in Cancer. We are more nurturing to ourselves and to others when the sun is in Cancer. Our creativity
Now I'm glad she said that we have more intense dreams when the sun is in Cancer. That makes sense because my dreams have been so vivid, like literal movies, and I've been waking up remembering them for a long time. Like usually dreams when you wake up, it's like they be fading so fast, but mine have been sticking with me. It's that sun in Cancer.
is increased when the sun is in
You should
Cancer.
say I missed.
Our emotional connection is also our divine feminine energy and our authentic self to show up as our authentic self. We are more intuitive when the sun is in Cancer. We are more connected to our higher selves when the sun is in Cancer. We have more intense dreams when the sun is in Cancer. We are more nurturing to ourselves and to others when the sun is in Cancer. Our creativity is increased when the sun is in Cancer. Our emotional connection is also increased when our sun is in Cancer. But the beautiful thing about it is that our emotional intelligence is increased because, again, that sun represents that sacred masculine, which is all about that logic mind. So we are able to, we definitely feel our emotions more, but we're able to approach our emotions and assess our emotions from a logic based space, which is good, right? So shout out to all the Cancers. My sister is as an Aquarius. I attract a lot of Cancers. My sister is a Cancer. My sister Queen Imani Latifa is also a Cancer. One of my best friends. She's a Cancer. Love her dearly. Imani is in Ethiopia right now. They went to Shashamani. Her and our other friend Dwayne. It's so beautiful, y'all, because Dwayne is a Rasta. He's been a Rasta for decades upon decades, and he finally made it to the home of the Rastas, which is Shashamani, Ethiopia. And I'm so, 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 so happy for him. So he got to feel all that energy. I went back in 2019. And for those of you who don't know, Shashamani is the land that Empress Haile Selassie gave the Rastas to be able to repatriate back to the continent. So they was able to reach home, right? So it was a beautiful experience. But anyway, Imani is a Cancer. So many of my close friends and family members, y'all. My high school best friend is a Cancer. Shout out to Randy. So many Cancers around me. I love Cancer energy because Cancers are naturally more connected to their emotions, so they balance out the aloof, detached Aquarius. Y'all know Aquarius, we can be a little emotionally disconnected. Aquarius can be a little emotionally detached, huh? And a Cancer is like, hey, babe, how do you feel? Sit in that. Your Cancer friend and be like, and I'm sorry, how did that affect? Oh, your Cancer friend is the one you tell a story and they be, oh, no, really? Wow. They feel it. Even when you don't feel it. You be like, girl, let me tell you what happened today. What?
My daddy.
Oh no. What? How do you feel? That's Cancer. That's a Cancer. I can actively be talking to my sister about something and I can see her holding back a good cry.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Y'all sub up, so we like to watch me
Interesting.
I can see a Cancer is always one step away from crying. You be like, good morning. They holding back a cry. Hi, good morning. They holding back a good cry. Okay, at all times, it's right there. Okay. But one thing about a Cancer, they will cry and get active at the same time, huh? Speaking of getting active, we have to acknowledge that with the start of the summer solstice, sextiling or complementing our sun energy, we have Mars, which is our planet of action, right? But the interesting thing is that Mars is in Taurus. So our planet of action is in that grounded earth sign of Taurus. And Taurus energy is all about safety and security and steadiness, right? So when Mars is in Taurus, sometimes we will have the desire to really sit still and we can accomplish a lot with consistency. So over this summer, you may be surprised that the travel bug is not hitting you as hard as it normally does. You may be surprised that your home truly becomes an oasis, but that's for people who find peace in their home, safety in their home. If you don't feel comfortable where you are, you may find yourself on a journey of seeking home, right? So the interesting thing with our summer solstice, sextiling Mars, is that for this summer, there will be, the world will kind of be split. Your community may be split, where you got folks who are like, I just really want to be still and be in peace and be in calm and enjoy my home. And then you may notice that there are some folks who don't feel at home. They don't feel the pieces in their home. And those people will want to go on a journey finding home. You may find some people wanting to repatriate back to Africa. You may find some people wanting to leave the country and go make home in a space where they feel more safe and secure. A lot of people seeking that utopia, right? So with that Mars sextile, again, grounding us in Taurus, putting us in a space of feeling safe and secure and seeking safety and security. A lot of us may have the desire to be still and burrow in the peace of our home, while you have others who are seeking peace and seeking home, right? Now, I also have to talk about Mercury. Mercury, which is our planet of communication. Oh, Jupiter as well. Mercury, which is our planet of communication, agreements, personal technology, as well as transportation, is also in Cancer with our sun. Now, I do have to acknowledge, when we are talking about Mercury being in Cancer with our sun, this is a good thing because we will be more driven to have deep spiritual conversations, more driven to deeply connect with our community, but really deeply connect with ourselves. We have to remember that.
Was that today? That was this morning. I literally just woke up and was just like craving connection. And it made me, I created a mantra, which I went to sleep saying, and I know that influenced the dreams that I had, which influenced like the emotions that I woke up with this morning. And everything that I was feeling is just a prerequisite emotion to the community that I am manifesting. And you know how it's like when something is so close, you start to want it more. Like, you know how when you got to go to the bathroom, you get so close to the bathroom. It's like, oh my God, I can't hold it. It was giving that energy. So this is so aligned. This is why I'm such a stars girl. Like, what do the stars say? What do the celestial bodies say? Because I promise you, this should be making sense. It's really not nothing is separate from us. Like, especially not the solar system, the universe from which the Earth came, from which we come. Like, I digress.
Our sun is our connection to our highest divine self. So you may find yourself really doing a lot of work to get to know yourself on a spiritual level, get a deeper understanding of who you are authentically, but also being able to better communicate. A lot of people are going to be attaching to labels, right? Really deciding how they define themselves and how they identify, especially on their spiritual journey. You may find some people kind of joining groups and joining religions, right? Wellness community, we kind of talked about that a little bit the other day with our book of the month. You may find some people kind of joining religions or joining groups because they want that label and they're seeking that label. But a lot of folks are going to be in a space where they are really like enhancing their understanding of themselves and where they stand, and they can better communicate that with others. And again, especially from a spiritual perspective. I also have to acknowledge Jupiter, and this is where we get into our manifestation stuff. I have to acknowledge that Jupiter, which is our planet of expansion, our planet of ideas, philosophy, optimism, and wisdom, is also in Cancer. Briefly, because we're going to get into that next week. The dates, y'all, the dates. I got to get better at my math. Anybody seen Disclosure Day? They said math is the universal language.
Yes, it is. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. We gotta get better with these numbers, yo. Now it's hitting me like when the teachers was like, y'all not gonna always have a calculator in your pocket. You need to know your math. It was bullshit because we always have a calculator in our pocket. But we need to know the math because it is the language of the universe. Like, fuck the money. Not fuck the money, universe. You know what I mean. I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, we gotta lock in with the math.
To get better with my math. I used to be good. My mental math, what's today? No. I be glitching. What's today?
So bad.
I can't. I be glitching. Counting up when is the 20th, the 30th? How many days is that? Jupiter goes into Leo on the 30th. Yeah. Today is the 20th. That means we got 10 days.
It be the anxiety too. Half the time, it be the anxiety because 9 times out of 10 you already know that shit. Like, you memorize it, you know it. But it be the anxiety of like, I'm gonna feel dumb as shit if I don't know this simple math, and you like that's why you glitch out like that. But we just gotta practice more with it.
So y'all will see me next week because I'm gonna do a separate video talking about Jupiter moving into Leo. But I'm gonna do a video about Mercury station in retrograde. On the 29th. I'm telling y'all, when I say I'm sleepy, my mind is like, this is how my brain feel right now as I'm trying to think of shit. I'm trying to think of day. My brain is like, girl, power down. I'm about to power down on y'all. If y'all see me just, my battery has died. Plug me in. Okay? Plug me the fuck in. Anyway. Y'all will see me in about a week and a half, huh? Because we also, y'all will see me in a week and a half talk about not the new moon, Lord Jesus. What did I just say? Mercury and Jupiter. Mercury retrograde and Jupiter moving into Leo. Anyway, let me get back to what we're here for.
First quarter, Let
me get back to what we're here for. So for a brief moment, Jupiter, again, our planet of expansion, idealism, philosophy, and everything else I just said, optimism, wisdom. It's also in Cancer. What we here for? Let me get back to what we here for. So for a brief moment, Jupiter, again, our planet of expansion, idealism, philosophy, and everything else I just said, optimism, wisdom. It's also in Cancer with our sun, and will be in Cancer tomorrow, the day of summer solstice. That means that our ability to be able to manifest is elevating and enhancing, and it's happening with ease. So I do want to share with y'all some things that you should do. Let me just let me share the tips, the manifestation tips, the what you should be doing for summer solstice, because again, tomorrow will be the longest day of the year. So
since we're looking at this in kind of the past tense, I'm gonna reflect and see, like, did I naturally do these things that she about to list down? Like, how in alignment was I? Because I didn't watch it beforehand. But let's see.
summer solstice is popping off with our ability to be in a lot of sun energy. Let me get into that. I'm gonna give y'all 5 tips of what to do. Let me tell y'all, because we finna wrap up. I'm gonna give y'all 5 tips of what to do. I'm gonna give y'all 5 crystals and 5 herbs that you should be utilizing all summer. That's what we're gonna do. Let me get some water. That's what I
got one challenge for you. Try Whisper Flow one time, and I promise you'll understand why
I didn't get my
glass bottle,
my copper bottle yet, because I know somebody was out there thinking that I thought she said she was gonna get a copper bottle. Shut up, oh! Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Mind your business. Mind it.
The fact that I'm
what to do, 5 things,
really
okay? The first thing that you should, and these are tips of what to do all summer, and it's going to include some manifestation tips.
Okay, good.
Number 1, create a ritual centered around honoring the sun. And this should especially be done tomorrow, again, the peak day of summer solstice, the longest day of the year. These can be sun salutations. This can be yoga. This can be sun bathing / sun cleansing. This can also be sun gazing or meditation. As we know, the sun, our ball of fire, is known as the great purifier. Okay.
I know for sure mine is going to include some type of sunbathing and sun gazing, because one of these eyes is not in top tier shape. I'll just say that. I've been wearing glasses since fourth grade, so I know the sun can do my pupils some good. I'm definitely gonna be doing some sun gazing and just making sure I get outside in the sun, because as y'all know, as y'all see, I'll be coming live to you from my room. So I'm going to make it a ritual to make sure I get outside and get some sun, because I'll be doing it as needed right now, and over the summertime we're going to make it an everyday thing for sure.
So with the sun being our great purifier, we have the opportunity to just cleanse our energy and kind of just like press reset. So tomorrow especially, but every day of the summer, try to practice some sun cleansing, some sun bathing, some sun meditation, okay? Especially tomorrow. So that just simply looks like, this is how I like to do it. I like to stand out in the sun. I go on my balcony, I stand out there, and I put my hands on each chakra point, and I say a prayer. I thank Spirit for my energy. I ask Spirit to cleanse me, to remove any aspect of myself and my energy that is not aligned with my wellness. I ask Spirit to protect me, and I'm doing that as I stand in divine direct alignment with the sun. Okay, so that is how I handle and I practice sun bathing. And then for sun gazing, after I do the sun bathing, I look into the sun and I say my affirmations. I am well. I am happy. I am peace. I am joy. I am abundant with great things, and it is easy. I am divinely protected. I am divinely guided. I am clear. I am certain. I am confident. I am holistically well. I am healthy internally and externally. I am glowing. I am radiant. I am beautiful. I am joy manifested. I am love manifested. These are just some of the mantras I chant to myself as I'm gazing directly into the sun. Now, before all my conspiracy theorists come, I love y'all dearly. I love y'all dearly. I had an Uber driver. The baby meant well. We was talking about summer solstice tomorrow, and the baby said, well, you know that's not our real sun. They switch our sun every 3 months. You'll notice at the end of every quarter of the year, the sun starts to die out. It don't get as bright, so they switch the sun. I said, is that right? Oh, wow. I said, okay. So what are we supposed to do? He said, if you notice, the sun is more white than it used to be. The sun used to be yellow. You don't notice it's more white? I said, interesting. So what are we supposed to do? If you look directly into it, it'll cause cancer, and that's how they're killing us for using the sun. Okay, so what should we do? What am I supposed to do with this information?
That's crazy because it's like I feel like I'm the driver and her in a situation. I feel like I'm both of them because I'm very much conspiracy theorist, but at the same time, it's like I've also grown to be a little bit more grounded in the fact of like if it's certain things, like one conspiracy theory, which is not a theory, it's a fact that your perception creates your reality. Okay, so if you perceive that, okay, cool. But the next question should always be what she is asking. So what are you going to do with it? Like if you're just taking in all this negative, 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 and you're not balancing it out with any positive action, then you're essentially just creating a black hole inside yourself. So where it's like, okay, I used to sun gaze and it will help me, but now I don't anymore. So what do you do instead? Nothing. You just dwell on all of the negative shit. Like that don't make sense. So for me, it's like I lean into what is more helpful, what's more conducive to me, even though he could be completely correct. It's just like, this is the son we have. This is the son that I know. It's never caused me cancer. So I'm going to continue to do what I do. And the sun is going to continue to do what it has done because that's my perception. That's my reality. That's how I look at it. Let's see what the Queen Post says.
Sir. What am I supposed to do? Why are you? What am I supposed to? Okay, they switching the sun. What do I put a new order for a new sun? What do you want me to do? Call Bezos and them. Do we order a sun on Amazon? How do I apply for the original sun? What can I do? So before my conspiracy theorists come in here and say, don't sun gaze into this sun because this ain't the real sun. Point me the direction to the real sun so I could do a little gazing.
Because like, what's really real? Like, it's only not the real sun if you believe that it's not the real sun.
Tell me what you look east, west, north, south. Do I need to go somewhere else to get to the real sun? Just tell me what to do and we'll do it. Please. Anyway, we're going to look into the sun. We got what Mariah Carey said. I'm going to give you the best I got. You ever seen that drunk video on Mariah Carey? I'm going to give you the best I got. We're going to deal with the sun we got. I heavily advise that y'all practice some sun gazing, some sun bathing, some sun salutations. Y'all could go on YouTube and look up sun salutation yoga. And sun salutations is a great introduction for yoga to anybody who's new to yoga.
In a minute.
Sun salutations is a great introduction.
Yo, I remember I was doing sun salutations and I have this thing where I used to like push myself past the point of exercise to a point because it's like, this ain't really doing it. Like I gotta stretch. Oh, this stretch is not stretching how I used to stretch before. Let me stretch some more. So I'm doing the sun salutation. And there's like the part where you if you're familiar with sun salutations, it's the part where you reach down towards the ground, like grabbing your ankles. And I don't know why, but something in me was just like, because I'm already pretty flexible, so I can reach down, I could touch the ground, grab my ankles and things. But something in me was just like, go further, push harder. So at this point, it's like I'm putting a lot of tension in my that space behind your kneecaps. What's it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I think I like strained the muscles so hard. When I tell you my legs was hurting for like a month, it was hard to walk. I'm like, how did you turn something so serene, something so beautiful like a sun salutation into a fucking painful experience? Like always trying to push and go above and beyond. That's when I learned my lesson. It don't have to hurt. It don't have to hurt. The stretch ain't got to be painful. You're in a good space if it's peaceful. So don't be like me. Don't overdo it.
There's a lot of great introductions to sun salutation, and it's a great intro to yoga. Very, very easy, but it's a great way to be able to greet the sun, to align your body and your energy with the sun. So do that. So that's the first tip. Create a ritual centered around honoring the sun, connecting with the sun, allowing the sun to purify your energy, and do that daily, but especially tomorrow, the day of summer solstice. Work on opening and balancing your chakras. I told y'all something I'm very big on with the sunbathing. That's one way that I do that, is laying my hands. I lay hands. Come on, church folk. Got to lay them hands on yourself, huh? I lay hands on each of my chakras and I pray, and you can pray to open that energy up.
Ooh, I got the perfect meditation for this, and I put in it in the Patreon. So if you want it, that's the only way you're gonna get it. I got the perfect meditation for this. I created it a couple months ago, and this is perfect. It goes through each one of the chakras. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'll let y'all know when I post it.
There are also there's a lot of breath work you can do. Wellness community, we talked about that as well, how you can use certain mudras, certain hand placements to center your breath and direct your breath to certain chakras and allow your breath to open up those chakras. There's many things you could do. I have a whole separate video on chakras and how to open your chakras. And in that video, I give crystals and herbs that's aligned with each chakra. I talk about all the points. Excuse me, y'all. I talk about how to, I'm burping a little bit. Huh? I keep burping. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you. Anyway, in that video, I talk about how to identify if your chakras are balanced, blocked, or open, right? In that video, and give you tips on how to open them up and balance them out and all that good stuff, okay? The third thing to do, and this is going to go with the manifestation, practice scripting, vision boarding, and candle magic for manifestation. Practice scripting, vision boarding, and candle magic for manifestation. I told y'all the day of summer solstice, but really all summer, and especially while Jupiter is in Cancer, but even for the rest of the summer when Jupiter is in Leo, Jupiter going to be in Leo for a while, but throughout the rest of the summer, it will be in Leo. So we will have candle magic for manifestation. Practice scripting, vision boarding, and candle magic for manifestation. I told y'all the day of summer solstice, but really all summer, and especially while Jupiter is in Cancer, but even for the rest of the summer when Jupiter is in Leo, Jupiter going to be in Leo for a while, but throughout the rest of the summer, it will be in Leo. So it will be, we will have ease with manifestation.
I'll do it later when I can do it now. Let me light my candle, because I'm not going to miss a day. I'm not. I'll be right back. Hold on. Love me, say that you love me. Fool me, oh, how you do me. Kiss me, tell me everything. Tell me what I wanna hear. Say that you love me. Come on, let's put out this fan on. Here we go. Let me show you my baby. This is my baby. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see. You'll see it. This is my baby. This is Sweet Love, and it smells so good. I can't really show y'all the inside, but I'll tell y'all about her in a second. Hold on. So in addition to all the other things, the amazing things that I am, I'm also a chandler. Add that word to your vocabulary. I make candles. That one is my baby. I've been burning her for since I started creating a Patreon. I've been doing some candle workings around this community and making it everything that I dreamed of it to be. So she has been burning each and every day since the start, and everything be working out so divinely, because watching this just reminded me to light the candle. I could have missed the day, but thank God I didn't. But yes, if you are interested in the candles, I have a variety of fragrances. You can contact me directly on any one of the platforms. Your best bet would probably be to DM me on Instagram, but drop a comment anywhere and I will follow up with you about getting your candles. I am local Philly Right now, I do ship depending on the size. I do customs, personal orders depending on what fragrances you may need, what intention you have for your candles, be it just to add a little fragrance to your space to increase your energy, or you may be doing some spiritual work with them. So hit me up and I got you. All right, let's get back into this video.
This is the time to decide what you want
Hmm.
scripted. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like holistically? How are your emotions when you are in that energy? What are your visions when you are in that energy? What
This
are your
is like
thought patterns when
shit.
you are
Like
in
this
that
is the
energy?
stuff that
That's
I love to
scripting, right?
do.
You're literally writing the script of your desire. Then vision board that. Put images and color and
I
make
got
it
so many
plain,
vision
make it
boards, y'all. You
physical.
can't
Vision
Y'all can't see it because it's blurred out. But I literally have vision boards all around my room. I got this one, which is one of the most recent ones that I created. Not too much because I don't even see all my business like that. But very proud of this one. I'll be keeping this one close and centered. And I have a couple in my sketchbook that I refer to often. And that just reminded me, I want to show you this picture that I've been working on. So the other day, I was at my grandma's house who rest in peace to my grandmom, and I was just like feeling her spirit, feeling her energy, and it kind of took a lot out of me. I cried fucking oceans. And the next day I was like, I just felt so like staticky. Like I didn't feel like whole. I didn't feel like solid and condensed. I literally felt like static. So I wanted to draw a picture of it, and then it reminded me of that scene in Willy Wonka where he turned the little boy into static before he transferred him onto the TV screen. So this is what I got so far, y'all. I want to show my unfinished work. I don't know. I'm gonna show y'all half of it so you can get an idea. So this is what I'm making. It's a static person, and I called it Wonka Vision because that was the name of that scene in the movie. And I can't wait to finish it. And I'm gonna show y'all when it's done. I'm gonna show y'all when it's done. But yeah, this is my baby. It's my newest baby that I'm working on. All right.
board that and then do some candle magic. For me, I like to put the whole script under the candle, right?
Mm.
So I write down, I script my manifestation, I script my desires, and then I like to put a candle on that. And then I feed the candle herbs and other things that's in alignment with my desires, the energy I desire, right? So, what is the energy of what you desire? And then you could go back to the manifestation map that I shared during our last new moon video. You could go back to the new moon and Gemini video. You could go back to the manifestation mapping tips I did there if you want more tips on how to script your manifestation. But put that whole script under the candle, and then you can feed that candle, surround that candle with herbs, money, crystals, etc., various tools, some type of libation, offering various tools that's in alignment with the energy that you desire. Okay. And I know people always ask, what color candle should I use? You can always use a white candle, but you can also use a color that's in alignment with what you desire, right? So the energy of love, what color is in alignment with that? You could do yellow. A lot of people know love to be connected to the color red, but it's more popular with the color
Green.
yellow, also orange, as well as you can even do like a
She threw me off. I'd always think when I heard love, I think green because it's the color of the heart chakra. I can see why people would think red because like the typical Valentine's Day and like red hearts and things of that nature. But when I think yellow and orange, I think more so like sun, excitement, manifestation.
light brown to represent love, or even a purple to represent love. Purple is good for transitions, moves. Of course, green connected to money, also connected to love, connected to the heart chakra. There's many different things that you can do. So find the color that's aligned with the energy that you desire.
Damn, I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. Count to 10, I'll be right back. Love me, say that you love me, for me. say that you love me. I gotta put my little Justin Bieber back on the playlist. I hear that song so I told her like that's my gift. Songs just be coming to me. All right, now y'all can see me out here on the dog. I'm in a dog here. Okay. Where were we?
Fire. Okay. That's why people be like, what color should I use? I'll be like, I don't know what you want. Right? Folks always ask me that anytime I talk about manifesting. They're like, what color candle? I'm like, the color is aligned with the energy. What do you want? What do you desire? So that's what you have to know. Okay. Fourth thing to do, develop a consistent, and this is to do all summer, develop a consistent divination practice, such as coin divination. Make you a scat bag. For those of you who don't know what a scat bag is, a scat bag is a old traditional hoodoo bag that has like various tools in it. So it'll have buttons, coins, bones, various things. Sometimes it even have sticks. It'll have beans like black-eyed peas. It can have a variety of different things and a variety of different tools. That's what a scat bag is. But each thing has a symbolism and meaning. It has dice in there. It has many different things in there. You follow your spirit, you create your own scat bag. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And then you decide or you align with your spirit what each thing represents. So you could do a scat bag, you could do tarot, you could do a pendulum, you could do many different things to be able to divine. And you are doing this with the intention of elevating your spiritual communication and your understanding of spiritual communication. So that'll be your practice of divination.
Okay, when she said divination, usually when I hear divination, it's connecting to tarot, to oracle cards and things of that nature. So we're on the same page with that. I never heard of a scat bag. I have from the Queen Poe heard of mojo bags. I learned about those from her, and I do have a couple of those, you know what I'm saying, tucked in my certain places for my spiritual protection. My tarot cards walked away from me. I don't know where they at. I don't know where I left them at, but I might get another deck. But I do have a oracle deck that I love down. I pretty recently started divination with them. Honestly, I think it was like the end of winter. No. Like beginning of winter when I first started using my oracle cards, and we have grown a dope connection. I love them down. Anytime I feel like I want to have a conversation with spirit, I will whip them drones out and we get to talking, and we starting to understand each other more. I'm starting to be able to understand what the cards are saying without referring to the book so much. So I love that. A pendulum. I had one pendulum before and it also walked away from me. So I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna get another pendulum. But I really like the cards though, so I think I'm gonna just lock on with my cards, my oracle deck. And should I guess what now? That's another reason that I like the Queen Poe, because she kind of introduced these things in a way that it's not so what's the word? Like woo and stigmatized. Like she's a comforting welcome back into these practices, which are natural practices that our ancestors used to practice. There's nothing demonic about it. And I like the way that she merges like regular, normal, like it is regular and it is normal, and she doesn't make it seem so out of this world, even though it is out of this world. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to the Queen Poe.
Okay, and you can do this every single day, right? You are allowed to divine and communicate with spirit. When I say communicate with spirit, it's your spirit guides, it's your ancestors, whatever you believe in, right? I'm not here to tell you what to believe and how to, I was talking to the wellness community about this. Like, you have to decide what you believe. You shouldn't allow anybody to dictate what you believe. And when I say what you believe, I'm talking about how it all works. How do you think the universe works? How do you think God energy works? How do you think spirit energy works? Spirit meaning ancestors, or some people believe in Orishas or Loals or angels, or how do you think it all works? Do you think there's a hierarchy? Do you think there's a divine order? What about your spirit guides? What do you think is the difference between your spirit guides, your ancestors, and angels? Like, what do you?
And that's one thing that really pulled me into any practice. It's like, something that is open and allows for the variety that is natural to God, because God don't create nothing uniform. Essentially, it's all open. It's all variety. It is a myriad of different expressions and interpretations and wisdoms and knowledges and paths and cultures and all of these things. And I think a red flag to any practice is when it's closed and it's like, this is the only way. Like, fuck is this jail? That's a red flag. That's not, I don't think that's natural. I don't think that's of nature. Just me personally. What I do?
Think it all means when you pray? What are you praying to? Who are you praying to?
Because how do you know if you're not allowed to seek, if you're not allowed to ask questions, if you're not allowed to explore? How do you know? You don't know shit. You just accept what you've been told, right? And I think we are all put here to discover. Like, we are literally living in God's mind. We are manifestations of God, put here to allow God to see different things through our eyes. That's literally it. So if I decide to forfeit all of that freedom, autonomy, and beauty just to go do what I'm told, I think that's a disservice of life.
For what and why? Do you pray to different energies for different reasons? Do you do different offerings for different energies? When you do a manifestation working, what energy are you manifesting through? When you're doing a protection working, what energies are you calling on to protect you? So
another thing, all right, this is the last time. This is not the last time I'm gonna pause it, but I just be saying that to be nice. But another thing that I like is that she shines light on the fact that it's unique to you. Your spiritual journey is unique to you. Meaning that even if you are practicing a religion or a certain spirituality or something like that, you don't have to practice it to the T, because there are going to be some things about you that is unique for you. Whereas, like, okay, a lot of people in this space do this, but I'm not doing that because that's not for me. Or maybe a lot of people in this space don't do this, but I'm going to do it this way because this is for me. This feels right to me. So that individuality in your practice is what makes it your practice. Like, that's what makes it valuable. Otherwise, it's just like, it's like a cookie cutter, you know? Like, you gotta put your own spin on it. You have to really listen to the God within you, because it's different than anybody else's internal voice, and you have to apply that and be led by that internal governance.
Down and decide what you believe, and then that will kind of also guide you to how to divine, right? Are you gonna, because you could divine through cardology. You could divine, and when I say cardology, I'm talking about playing cards, right? You can also do tarot cards, right? Like, what do you believe, right? What are your ancestors leading to? Are you, when you divine, are you communicating with your ancestors? So all of that is up to you to really like sit down, meditate on, and decide what you believe. And then if you do decide to join a religion, you join a religion that's aligned with what you believe. Okay, that's what you do. All right. The fifth thing to do, I'm on the fifth thing, and this is going to be important, and this is a practice I want y'all to do every single Monday. Every single Monday, burn a road opener smoke bowl every Monday. In that smoke bowl, you can have sweet tobacco, coffee grounds, basil, and rosemary.
Wait, hold on. Moving a little fast. I gotta pause it. She said tobacco. Damn. See, it be my short-term memory.
Every single Monday.
She said what?
The fifth thing to do, I'm on the fifth thing, and this is going to be important, and this is a practice I want y'all to do every single Monday. Every single Monday, burn a road opener smoke bowl every Monday. In that smoke bowl, you can have sweet tobacco, coffee grounds, basil, and rosemary. Every single Monday. Just do a smudge bowl, a smoke bowl as a road opener. And then I want you to follow that up with a protection smoke bowl. In that protection smoke bowl, every single Monday, Burn a road opener smoke bowl every Monday.
Tobacco, coffee grounds,
In that smoke
basil.
bowl, you can have sweet tobacco, coffee grounds, basil, and rosemary every single Monday. Just do a smudge bowl, a smoke bowl as a road opener. And then I want you to follow that up with a protection smoke bowl. And that protection smoke bowl is going to be dragon's blood, clove, horsetail, sandalwood, and palo.
Dragon's blood, horsetail. I heard Palo Santo. And what?
Bowl every Monday. In that smoke bowl, you can have sweet tobacco, coffee grounds, basil, and rosemary every single Monday. Just do a smudge bowl, a smoke bowl as a road opener. And then I want you to follow that up with a protection smoke bowl. And that protection smoke bowl is going to be dragon's blood, clove, horsetail, sandalwood, and palo santo. Wellness community, if you go to the post that I put up maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in the Patreon, it was about, I gave y'all a list of powdered herbs, right? Like where to purchase the powdered version of all of these, except for the sweet tobacco. For the sweet tobacco, you could go to a smoke shop. If you got a local smoke shop, you could get sweet tobacco from there, and it's very cheap, right? But I get that list also had many more. But every herb I just listed here, except for the sweet tobacco and the coffee grounds, of course. You go to the grocery store, right? You can find on that list, okay? But burn a road opener smoke bowl every Monday, and I advise you do it Monday morning, as soon as you wake up. Yes, that's why we do it on Mondays in honor of Elegba, okay? In the energies, Monday is the start of the week. Monday is a great, y'all know Sunday is supposed to be a day of rest, right? It's the day that we're supposed to connect with the sun and connect with our highest divine self. Monday is your day to open roads and get things started to really forge a new path.
See, this is where the uniqueness come in, because my belief is a little bit different. I feel like Sundays are, generally they present it as a day to rest, but I think Sunday is a day to shine. Essentially, it's Sunday, go out, be in the sun. This is a day to show your divine highest self. I do believe, like she said, the sun is our connection to the source and our divine highest self, and this is a time to showcase that and shine. Whereas Mondays, which is the day where we do our moon day night self-love sessions every night, 8 to 9. Link for that is in the Patreon. And I think moon days are essentially what we use Sundays for. I think moon days are the days to go within and to do that shadow work, that reflection underneath the moons, the day of the moon. So that's how I perceive that personally. And also, I haven't done a smoke bowl. She often recommends smoke bowls, smudge bowls, and things like that, but I've never done one. So this will be my first time doing a smudge bowl. When I do it, I'm gonna let y'all know how it goes.
And then the reason why you do this protection after you do the road opener is because once your roads are open, you want to protect your energy and protect your roads so that only things that's aligned with your wellness can come through and can align with your energy. That's why you do the protection after the smoke bowl. Okay. So road opener first and then the protection. Okay. Road opener first and then the protection. So you opening your roads and then you protecting yourself. If you feel led to do it in reverse, that's completely up to you. For me, I'm very big on doing both. Okay. I don't wait a day or two after. I don't wait no time. Soon as I open roads, I'm doing protection. Soon as I open roads, I'm doing protection. And that's if you don't have, I ain't even gonna go down that whole thing, that whole rabbit hole, because I know folk gonna be asking questions. I was gonna say that's if you are, y'all know people be having spiritual beefs and spiritual battles and things like that. If that's the case, then you need to do a blocking route, then do a road opener, and then do a protection. But hopefully y'all ain't spiritually beefing and stuff like that and throwing roots back and forth with nobody. Okay, protect yourself.
Sorry.
Protect yourself. Please. Mind your business. Be well.
Be well.
Everybody got time for that. Hello?
Amen.
Okay. And Wellness Committee, now posting these notes in the Patreon, so y'all will have those list of herbs and on the recommendations as well.
You know what pissed me off? Like probably like 4 years ago, because like I said, I think I found I think I found out about the Queen Pole maybe like 5 years ago. And like what I said, my relationship with the fourth dimension time is not that great, so it could have been 6 or 7. But I did try to get into the Patreon, and this was my first time ever getting on Patreon. Like that was the only reason that I ever even opened up the app, created an account so I could join the community, and it would not let me do it. This is when it was only $5, and I think it still is, or she might have just increased it a little bit, but that's like after how many years? It would not let me do it. It would not let me do it for some odd reason. Just like on right now, right on Instagram, it says that I'm eligible for gifts for people to gift me on my reels. But every time I try to turn it on, it will not let me do it. So it was just some type of blockage there where I just accepted. I said, okay, cool. That was just that. Maybe I'm not meant to be in there, but I'm definitely going to digest this information that she giving in this free game on YouTube. And then with Instagram, when I looked into it, the gifts, it literally says like for each star that somebody gifts you, you earn a penny. That pissed me off right there. I said I'd rather work for free than to work for pennies, because that was so disrespectful to me. I couldn't really stomach that. So everything happens for a reason. That's the moral of that story. But also, make sure y'all tap in with the Queen Poe, join her community, because she has a lot of free gamers you can see, or send her a love offering.
Now let's get into the crystals and the herbs. And for the herbs specifically, I chose herbs that I wanted to choose herbs that y'all can make a tea with, y'all can make a spiritual bath with, y'all can smudge with, or y'all could do a simmer pot on a stove. Okay, either one. But let's start off with the crystals first. Crystals, and these are always my summer solstice crystals. I keep these crystals steady. These are the crystals that are mostly divinely aligned with the sun. They are known as sun crystals. And of course, we are going to start out with sunstone. Sunstone is all about joy and clarity. These are what we call sun magic crystals. Sunstone is about joy and clarity. Citrine for success.
Sunstone, joy, clarity. Citrine for success. I got some citrine.
And it's also a chakra opener. Citrine, success, and a chakra opener. Oh, your birthday is on a summer solstice day? That's a blessing. Somebody else's birthday was on Juneteenth. I said, how do you feel? How do you feel that folks is already outside? Because at first they was being negative about it. They was like, man, fuck Juneteenth. This is my birthday. I said, if anything, you should be happy, because that means niggas is already outside. Everybody off work. Everybody already outside. You ain't never got to worry about what we going to do on my birthday. It's always something to do for your birthday. You could go. The events is pre-planned. Hello? Your birthday, Juneteenth? Events pre-planned. We meeting up at this Juneteenth event. We going to Piedmont. We going here. We going there. And you ain't got to do nothing. And the niggas is outside. We out there. Happy birthday to you. Out there. Anyway, y'all know I get this straight. Sunstone, citrine, tiger's eye is the third crystal. Tiger's eye. For balance, confidence, and intuition. Tiger's eye. Sure. Carnelian for enhanced energy and clarity. And then golden topaz for revelation and overall wellness. Revelation and overall wellness. Okay, and then let's get into. Hold on one second. And the niggas is outside. We out there. Happy birthday to you. Out there. Anyway, y'all know I get this straight. Sunstone, citrine, tiger's eye is the third crystal. Tiger's eye for balance, confidence, and intuition. Tiger's eye. Carnelian for enhanced energy and clarity. And then golden topaz for revelation and overall wellness. Revelation and overall wellness. Okay, and then let's get into, hold on one second. Uh-oh, I have a little typo here. I'm fixing my little typo so I can post these immediately. Let's get into the herbs. And again, all of these herbs you can make a tea with, a spiritual bath. You could do a smudge bowl, or you could do a simmer pot. Okay, first herb, cinnamon. Cinnamon, calling in the sweet spirits. Calling in the sweet spirits. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. I said cinnamon. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is also good for astral projection as well as prosperity workings. So this is why it's good for summer solstice energy. And again, you can use these all summer for various different reasons. Calling in sweet spirits, astral projections, and prosperity workings. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Clove. Clove is for protection from negative energy. It stops gossip, it eases tension, and protects covenants and agreements. And somebody asked me, they're in a marriage, and the sister called me and she was like, I don't know, me and my husband, we keep getting into these petty arguments. I said, girl, you need to be burning some clove, right? I told her that last week. I said, you need to be burning some clove. Every morning you get up, you burn some clove. Anytime you feel tension in the air, you burn some clove. And we talked about it. Because I said, just do it for the next 3 days. Make it a permanent habit of every day burning clove, right? You notice that tensions is thick in the house. Like, for some reason, y'all just keep getting into little petty disputes. She said immediately, day one, she noticed the difference. Anytime she felt like his energy was even given like irritated, like he even seemed irritated, she would burn the clove. He calmed down. It matters, y'all. Clove is super, super powerful. So again, protection from negative energy. It stops gossip, it eases tensions, and protects covenants and agreements like marriages, contracts, etc. Allspice. Allspice is for abundant business. Especially if you have a business, you want to manifest a business this summer, you need to be burning allspice every single day. Allspice is for abundant business, elevates creativity, and it brings in money.
What's the difference between these two lox bagels? This one is made from your average smoked salmon. This one is made from smoked salmon trimmings.
What are salmon trimmings? When fishmongers slice their smoked salmon into those perfectly uniform pieces you see at the grocery store, there are always flavorful cutoffs that are left behind. Edges, belly.
Right, here we go.
Let me tell y'all this next herb. I say calendula.
I say calendula.
Because I want to say that was
I used to
last
put it in
time.
my candles.
I was laughing because I said I be learning that for years. I be pronouncing a lot of stuff wrong. So I said yerba mate. I always said yerba mate. I found out that it's yerba mate. Who the fuck knew that?
Mm.
Who said that? Found out it's yerba mate. This word herb, I say calendula. A sister commented on the YouTube last week, I think that was, whenever I did that live. She said it's calendula. Calendula.
You know J in it. I'm never saying calendula. Calendula. I say calendula.
Who said that? Excuse me. Who said that? Calendula.
It's
who the fuck? It's spelled Calendula. Calendula.
The fuck?
She said she went to the herb shop and said it like I said it, and they said, "Baby, it's calendula."
To you, it's calendula, but I'm gonna call it calendula.
I said, "Tell them kiss your ass and put the damn calendula. Put the calendula in the bag." Since you know it, since you got your degree, since you know every fucking thing, put the calendula in the goddamn bag. Calendula. Because I said what I said. It elevates your balance with the divine feminine energy, your connection with divine feminine energy. Calendula is also a good herb to do for yoni steam because it's good for the womb energy. It helps clarify the womb space. It's also good for justice as well as increasing your dreams, enhancing your dreams. So this is a good herb to you could add it to a tea. You can also add it to a not a smoke bowl. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. A spiritual bath. You can add it to a spiritual bath. It's completely up to you. You can also add it to a simmer pot. And this is the good thing about a simmer pot, family. I know I had to tell another sister this as well. When you do a simmer pot, you don't just throw the pot out. y'all recognize y'all could turn that into a floor wash, right? That's the good thing about a simmer pot. So when you do a simmer pot, because y'all got to think you got clove in here, you got cinnamon here, you got allspice in here, it's going to smell really good. You could also add apples, but if you add apples, then you can't use it for a floor wash, because then depending on what you put, your floor will be sticky. If you add a cup of white vinegar, it won't be sticky, right? But just plain how this is, you can't. But anyway, apples is good for abundance as well. Lemons, right? Good for abundance, love, energy. Oranges, good for abundance, love, energy, friendship, energy, sweetness, things like that, right? But anyway, the good thing about a simmer pot is that you can let it cool. You could put it in a jar and hold it until you are ready to mop your floors, and you turn it into a floor wash. That's all you could do. How do you burn clove? You get clove powder. I don't think I told y'all on YouTube, but I told the wellness community. I think I also put it in threads. The key, y'all, to herbology, the key to being a good herbalist, always get the powder version of the herb. Always get the powder version of the herb. The good thing about the powder version is that it burns easy and well in a smudge bowl. It dissolves easy in a tea, so that way you're getting the full herb. And then also it dissolves easy in a spiritual bath. So you ain't got a whole bunch of stuff that you got to gather out when you clean out the tub after a spiritual bath. It's powder, right? If your herb shop doesn't sell the powder, you got to get a food processor and you can powder it yourself. Or you could get, I don't know the name of these, but I have one. You get the bowl our ancestors used to use. I don't know the name of it. What is it called, y'all?
The thing we brought.
I'm about to say a Mandela. It ain't a Mandela. What is called, y'all? The bowl. The little mini one. It looked like you pounding fufu, but you're not. You know what I'm talking about? And you could crush it up like that. But I should go get mine, but I don't feel like it, huh? Come on, a mortar. I knew it started with an M. A mortar and a pestle. A mortar and a pestle. You see the chat? Mortar and a pestle. Get you one of those, huh? I called it the mini fufu bowl. That's why I said the bowl look like you pound the fufu. I'd be like, get my little fufu bowl. Get my little fufu bowl. That's what I call it. Because it look like a little fufu bowl, like a mini version. Get my little fufu bowl. Put it in the fufu bowl. Okay. But anyway, you could grind the herbs down yourself. But I'm telling y'all, always go for the powder. When you go to your herb shop, say, hey, do you have the powder version of this? When I used to go to Watkins on 125th in Harlem, that's how I got put on to that, because they would ask me. They'll be like, you want it whole or you want the powder? You want it whole or you want the powder? Baby, give me the powder. And then sometimes if they ain't had a powder of certain herbs, they'll go powder it themselves, which was really just them running it through the food process to powder it, right? Anyway, I said allspice, calendula, aka calendula. And then the last one is going to be ginger for success and money. Ginger for success and money. And you can also put some of these herbs in a mojo bag with some of those crystals that I named, and you can carry that mojo bag as well. Okay. And again, all of these herbs, you can make a tea, spiritual bath, smoke bowl, floor wash, simmer pot that could be turned into a floor wash, and utilize these all summer. Okay. All right. Now keep in mind, summer solstice is tomorrow, June 21st. It peaks. The earth will be tilted toward the sun at its closest point at 4:24 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. However, all day is summer solstice. It'll be our longest day. If you don't do anything I said, family, if you don't do anything I said, do the road opener, greet the sun, purify yourself in that sun energy, pray over yourself in that sun energy, practice your sun bathing and your sun gazing. Okay, if you don't do anything else I said tomorrow, at least do that. All you got to do is just go stand outside and pray over yourself, lay hands over yourself, allow the energy to cleanse you, purify you. Come in the house, burn them herbs for that road opener. Pray for your roads to be open and your path to be made clear, and it is easy. Do your protection. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. I'm divinely protected and well. I'm divinely guided and well. Only good energy that's aligned with my wellness and elevation shall align with me and attract to me. Anything that is not for me shall be repelled. Anything try to hurt and harm me shall be rejected. All weapons shall be returned to sender swiftly and abundantly, and all things for my elevation and for my wellness shall align with me swiftly and abundantly and with ease. Pray over yourself, okay? And then whatever else you feel led to do, you do that. But at least do those things tomorrow. Okay, family? I love y'all dearly. Wellness community. The notes is posted in the Patreon now. Let me shout out everybody who sent the love offering.
Okay, cool. Shouts out to the queen, Poe. Shouts out to the queen. I like that she ended with like a short list too, because it can feel overwhelming, like all of this information at one time. And that's one thing that I am big on, which is like start where you are, start with what you can. It's always a lot more to learn. It's always a lot more that we can do. But doing any little thing towards your wellness, towards your goodness, is going to bring you that much closer towards your wellness, towards your goodness. So I'm glad that I did watch this video. At first I was like, it's a little late in the game, but better late than never. And these practices, as she recommended, are for the entire summer. So everything is happening in alignment, because if I didn't watch it, then it would have been like, I still would have been doing my do, but I would have missed out on some things that I still could have been applying. So this was a good join. Always are. I'm about to get off here. Damn, I was turning this for hours. When I be looking at the videos, I be like, okay, the video is 45 minutes. We're gonna be on here for 45 minutes. Not accounting for the fact that I'm going to keep pausing it to iterate and add my 2 cents, and then it becomes an hour and 15 minutes. But that's okay. That's okay. I was supposed to get a nap in before I gotta do what I gotta do. And a half-hour nap just don't do nothing for me. It's like I'm not even gonna tease myself with that. So I'm about to just chalk the nap. But I'm glad that we did get this time. I'm glad that I got to dedicate some energy to my live, to my stream, to my peoples. And when you see this, make sure you click them links. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, depending on whatever platform you on. Check out whatever links, because wherever you added some links in there, that will help me shoot a love donation. The Cash App is on the screen. And yeah, I will see y'all very soon. I'm going to see you tomorrow. And don't forget to live and love. Peace.